Hey guys, I haven't posted a video in a while. I've been working on some books. Check out my Patreon. I just released two books. One is Guitar Intervals, how to play in any key or learn to play in any key. And the other one is Expanded Caged Voicings. So those are both on my Patreon. One is 38 pages and one is 105 pages. So check those out. Back to doing videos now. The first one is really good for just kind of learning how to play standard progressions using the Nashville number system in any key. And the second one is really good kind of like as a chord vocabulary Bible. It has over 300 different chord diagrams of how to play major, minor, dominant, major 7, minor 7, and half diminished pretty much in every position you can possibly play it in every key, and it has a bunch of exercises. Anyways, one of my YouTube subscribers asked me a really good question, and that's how to support like a pastor when they're, when they're preaching or kind of when, during spoken word, and there's a couple of different ways you can do that. And so, when the pastor does need backing, or you have to back up a pastor, which is not all the time, usually you play the songs for the service, and then sometimes, the keyboard player will start backing up the pastor. And a lot of times it's just the keyboard player. If it was just guitar, if there is a keyboard player, usually I just stick to doing licks. So let's just imagine we're in the key of A minor right now, right? Or A. So you can always, usually what I do is let the keyboard player do their thing, but then you can add in like blues kind of licks here and there like this, or stuff like that, Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Mayer kind of blues licks. So let me go over those first, and then I'll go over how to kind of do some chord progressions that might work. So first one is, so this is basically, it's basically based off the pentatonic and the blues scale. So pentatonic is, A minor pentatonic is this. So that's 8/5, 8/5, 7/5, 7/5, 7/5, 8/5. And in that shape you can do bends. So you can do bend here on the 8th fret, here on the 8th fret, 2nd string, here on the 7th fret, 3rd string. So pretty much across those 3 strings, those are the main places you bend, right? And then there's the blues scale, which is very similar to the pentatonic scale. There's just one note added. So the blues scale is this. So that's 8/7, 8/7, 8/7/5, 7/5, 7/5. Sorry, 7/5, 7/6/5, and then 8/5. So within those two scales, kind of mixing them together, so that first lick I did was, so that's starting on the 7th fret and hammering on, pulling off on the 8th fret, and going to the 5th fret and back to the 7th. You can also kind of bar the 5th fret when you do this and hit all the strings. So that's more of like a another one. You can do a bend here. So that's bending on the 7th fret. The next thing you can do is this. That's a rake pattern. So what you want to do is bar the 5th fret, hammer on the 7th fret, and hit all the strings. And then when you come down, So it's kind of like this, slow motion. So when you come down and you rake down, when you rake down, so that's, and I think I learned that from John Mayer actually. So 7th fret, rake up. When you come down, do this. Yeah. So you're kind of doing that when you come up. And then do another rake from the 5th to 7th on the 4th string. And bar the 5th fret. And when you come down, when you go up on that one, go 7, 5, 3. And land on the A. That's the hardest one probably. Another easy one, you can do this Jimi Hendrix kind of thing. So that's just hammering on and pulling off 5 to 7. You can also do that here, 5 to 8 on the 2nd string. And then, that's a really cool one. Especially during solos, you can do that with distortion. It sounds good. And then this one. You can go up here too. So slide from the 7th fret to 9, 8. Now, there's a second position in the blues scale you can do, which I've gone over this in previous lessons. So the first position is this. Next position up would be this. So that's 10, 8, 10, 8, 9, 7. And you can do that bend, this one, you can do that same bend an octave up right here. So that's bending on the 10th fret. Bend, pull off, land on the 10th fret. And here's another Stevie Ray Vaughan trick you can do. So that's bending on the 10th fret, then bend on the 9th fret, and then hit 8, 10. So all that kind of bluesy stuff works when really the pastor gets going and you're trying to back him up. Don't do too much of it though, because you don't want to overwhelm the pastor. You don't want to overwhelm the band either. So just do it like every now and then. You can, stuff like that. In between. It's like a call and response. Do it in between when he's talking. Don't try to shred. Don't try to shred when the pastor's talking, because that's gonna make him angry. But you can do all that kind of stuff right here too. You can do it on the 3rd string, 5 to 7, and you can bar that too and hit the strings above it, and right here too. You can do that also on the 5th string. So all those kind of tricks. If you want to do a more major sound, I've gone over this in other lessons too. Take that A minor scale down down 4 frets to F sharp minor, and now you have a more major sound. And you can do stuff like that. So in that case, that more major sounding case, that would be, this is the same blues scale, but 4, 5, 4, 2, then 4, 2. You can do that too. Bar the 5th fret, hammer on the 7th fret, then go like this. That's all down. So 5, all down rake. So 5, 6, 4-2, and back up, and 4-2. You can do that up here too in that first in the A minor position. So basically what you're doing when you go between those, you're going from A minor to A major. Because F sharp minor is the same thing as A major. Right? All that kind of stuff. That's what I usually do. Now, you don't have to do much beyond that because you don't want to show off too much. Now, if you want to do chords, really, usually if you're trying to back up just the passer, usually the keyboard player is playing the chords. So you don't really have to do much there. If it's for some reason it's just you and it's just guitar and you have to back up passer, you can just do like 4-chord progression or play some other gospel song that you know. You can do something like this. You can do like a 2-5-1 thing. That doesn't sound that bluesy though, So well, let me go over it first. But that would be just C major 7, 3-5, 3-5-4-5-3, D minor 7, 5-5-7-5, 6-5, and then you can go to like a G sus, which would be 3-3-2-1, and back to the C. That doesn't really have a blues sound, So, I mean, to be honest, I've never really been in a situation where it was just me having to back up the passer. Usually there's a keyboard player. But you could do, you could just hit the A minor. Like, let's say we're in A minor still, right? You could just hit the A minor chord and do the licks in between to give it a little bit more ambiance. You can go to the 4 if you want. Go to that D9, so that's 5-4-5-5-5, 5-4-5-5-5. Go back to the A minor. If you want to go to the 5, you can. That's like a E7 sharp 9, sharp 5, E minor 7 sharp 5. That's 7-7, 7-7-8-8. And then you could always do that walk up, So walk up from the 3 to the 5. So it starts on the 3. That frets are 4, 7, 6, 5. Then go to the 4. 5, 7, 7, 7. Then sharp 4, a diminished chord. That's 6, 7, 5, 7. And then a 5 suspended. That's a 7, 7, 9, 9, 10. You can even go up there. You can go sharp 5, 6, which is a sharp 5 diminished. That's 8, 8, 9, 7, 9. To F sharp minor, the 6, which is 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 10. Different stuff like that. But it's going to be staggered, because you're going to stagger. So, and then wait for the pastor to talk. stuff like that. And then if you do end up somehow, going into like a shout or a drive, you can always go to this pattern, which I've gone over a bunch of times. So that's starting on the A. Always start on the root note on the 3rd string, and then go flat 3 to 3, 5, 6, 1, and frets are 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2. And that part is 4, 5, 4, 2. It's like a quick thing. Hammer on pull off. Then 4, 2, 2, 2, 4. You can do that too. I did a lesson on that a couple weeks ago. That's called I did a lesson called the Ultimate Gospel Lick. I don't want to go over the whole thing again, but it goes like this. So check out that lesson if you get a chance. I'll go over the frets real quick. But it's 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 7, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 9, 10, 9. And then you go back down. And then you go to that diminished 2, which is 3, 2, 3. And back down to 1. Then 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2. So those are all kind of tricks you can do, You can do that same shape up here. So that's 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, back down, then this. 8, 7, 5, and then back down to 7, 5, 7, 5. That part's 5, 6. The bass usually plays that part, So, cool different tricks you can do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, Again, most of the time you're not going to be playing chords when backing up a pastor, so just try to get familiar with the pentatonic scale. In the key of A, it's the A minor pentatonic scale, A minor blues scale. Get familiar with the bends. And then you can go up to that second position here. And this will help you not just with gospel. This is blues too. So, same, very similar styles. And And then if you want to do a major sound, take it down 4 frets to the F sharp minor. So get that familiarize yourself with that as well. And the blues scale. And then you can do those licks down here. Keep in mind, when you play major, when you do this bend, you want to end up back on the 1. When you do it here, you want to end up on the 6. So you want to go down. So you want to go when you do it in minor. When you go down here in major, you want to go back up instead of this. Because then it sounds too minor. So you want to go back up. Here you want to do major. Or if you go up here, you can do that here, the major sound here too. On the 7th fret. See how it sounds different? Different sounds there. So hopefully this is helpful. You know, it's not that complicated. Just learn some blues licks that you can do in between when the pastor is talking. And then if you do, for whatever reason, there's not a keyboard player that day, which rarely ever happens, then you know, you can try to do some of the licks yourself, or you can play just some slow chords to like another gospel song that you know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Hopefully it was helpful. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. I have over 50, I think it's over 60 gospel charts there now. I'm actually doing a sale right now as well. And I just released 2 books. So like I said, there's Guitar Intervals, Learn to Play in Any Key. And then the other one is Expanded Caged Chord Vocabulary. And that goes over major, minor, dominant, major 7, minor 7, and half diminished chords all over the entire neck. It's like over 100 pages. So yeah, check it out when you get a chance.